There we go.
Hi.
What's happening, everybody? Welcome to Amka Podcast. Today, I have a special guest, and he's been in the game of activism for a long time. And today, I'm bringing him here for us, for you and I, to see and to understand a little bit of what's going on in the Middle East, in Palestine, and all those kind of things. So we don't want to be biased, but we just want to understand and see where all these things is gonna go. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation, sir. Yes.
Hi. My name is Mehmet Rafat. I'm leader of Truth and Solidarity movement. So what's happening in Middle East right now? There is a Zionist organization called as Israel. So the Israel is right now want to conquer entire Middle East. And all the aim is bring a David kingdom. So for David kingdom, the aim is to wipe out all the nation in that Middle East what's going on now. The biggest problem is they sitting in front of them is a place called Palestine. And people of Gaza is the biggest problem for the Zionist system to wipe out Middle East. So what they want to do now, they are doing massacre. They are doing genocide. And they got power from America. They got money from America, as well as they got backup from Britain, Germany, France. So they thinking they got all the powers. They will wipe out the people in front of the world, and we will keep quiet. No, we are not going to keep quiet about it. And we will stand against injustice what's happening in the Middle East. Because if there is no peace in the Middle East, there will be no peace in the world. There will be no peace in Uganda. There will be no peace in Kenya. There will be no peace in Angola. There will be no peace in Canada. There will be no peace in India. There will be no peace in China. The problem is in the Middle East because the reason is the Middle East. That the three religions of the world came out from the East, especially that land called Jerusalem. Jerusalem is the center of the world. Whoever control Jerusalem, control the world. Not you, whoever control media or control money. Whoever control Jerusalem is controlled. Because Jerusalem is the center of the world. So what happened, they're thinking they will wipe out those people so they will control Jerusalem. No. There is right now in 2.5 million people of Gaza in Jerusalem. But what about 8 billion population out there? We are not going to keep quiet about this. You are doing genocide in front of our eyes, and we're not going to keep quiet about that. We'll stand against you with injustice, what you're doing to our people in Middle East right now. You're bombing innocent children. You killed over 7,000 children last 1 month. That doesn't mean that child can be a child of Ugandan or child of Kenyan or child of Angola. It's the same child is being killed right now. Just man in Uganda recently, let me explain to you. The president of Uganda recently said LGBTQ must be banned. Immediately, you ban the country from all over. Just because the man said, I don't want LGBT. I'm sorry, you're not going to make me become gay and lesbian. I'm so sorry for you.
I understand, yes.
What's happening in Middle East, you must know that. You are not going to force people to believe you are the justice of the world. You're not a justice. You are the enemy of the world. And you're not going to impose us with your enemy mentality. I'm sorry for that.
Yeah. A quick question, because when sometimes I look at the map at the ancient map, and then the descendants of everyone. For me, I'm always saying Jewish people are Arabs. This is what I do believe, because if we trying to trace back the roots of Abraham, where he came from Mesopotamia, and if you locate Mesopotamia right now, it is Iraq. So how come if they are descendant of Abraham, they are not Arab? Because Abraham
They
himself
are
was
Arab.
Arab.
Sure, they
So
are Arab. They cannot deny that. No such things. Abraham had two children. One is Isaac, one is
yes,
Ishmael. I'm sorry.
yes,
Now you tell me, my father has got two sons. One is calling
yep,
himself Arab, and the son is calling himself Jewish. And they're not brothers. That's nonsense. They are brothers. Right on brothers killing
exactly.
brothers. That's what's happening now. If they like it or
Yeah,
not. Just because they both has got different beliefs. One has got gangster mentality. One has got humanity mentality. Do you understand?
Yes.
They are two brothers. They are real
Yes.
two brothers. No matter what's happening, DNA cannot change. The DNA is same.
DNA cannot change. Yeah.
So,
Yes.
so,
Exactly. So so like the people are what we're trying not to confuse is like it's like Philistine, Palestine, and Jewish and Judea, right? So for my understanding, I understand like Philistine was an area, right? And Judea was an area. So I mean, just like
so
now
let me
we
tell you
have
something.
Gaza, we have
Okay, sorry, I'm
West
sorry, let's
Bank,
go.
we have say again,
Let me tell you something. 1967, they came out with
1967.
two state solution. Why can't you just go
Yes,
back two-state solution? You know what, like two brothers. Okay, one house for you,
yes,
one house for him. Why can't you live in
okay,
peace? Simple and basic. Why do you want to
yes,
kill the people? Why do you want to displace people? Why?
yes, yeah, yeah,
You know what? Tomorrow, for example,
mm,
tomorrow other people become in power, they must displace you. It's unacceptable. This is like exactly what
yes,
happened in Rwanda recently, Hutu and Tutsi stories. You can't
exactly.
displace your brother. I'm sorry, brother. That land belongs to both people. You can't. You need to learn how to live together.
Yeah,
This is exactly.
I think, yeah,
This is the
I
same
think
story.
most people, yes.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I think when it became about two people, it's very hard than it's about a lot of people when it's come to live together. Let's say, for example, if the Zulus and the Xhosa of South Africa, they were only the one sole ethnic clans in South Africa, it was gonna be the same as we saw in Rwanda in 1994, and what we are seeing like right now in Palestine and Israel. The question is like where I mean the hatred apparently it's been spread for the two communities, whereas the Jewish people, because I talked to the Jewish people, and they said that Palestinians are the one that they are bullies. They always say they will throw them to the into the sea and
No,
stuff like that. So
no, okay,
everybody
let me
that
tell you
was
this.
born,
I
who is
apologize.
born in that with
But
that mentality, they always like are being provocative toward Jewish people. And what the Jewish people they're trying to do is just to defend themselves. Whereas when Hamas is coming, I mean, like they they profile them as the terrorists. So I don't understand that kind of thing
okay, I'm going to
because
tell you this.
recently I was
Now I'm going to tell you the
yes,
third. If last 17 years, 70 years, last 70 years, if your
yes,
house has been burglared by same thieves, if your sister has been raped by same people, if your child has been
mm,
killed by same people last 70 years, I'm talking 70 years, are you going to keep quiet about it?
I don't
This
think
anger
everybody
didn't
will
work
keep quiet.
overnight, sir. This anger is anger
N-
of 70 years.
yeah,
You've been raping these people last 70 years. You displaced entire. If you go back 1948, you will see was Israel was tiny little state. Today Israel took entire Palestine. Right now it's Palestine
I
because
know.
they're a state. There is
Yeah,
no
yeah,
place for like
exactly.
2.5. Listen carefully. You are displacing 2.5 million Gazan people. Where are these people going to go? Where? To the sea? Come on. You can't push people out of the land. The land is belong to them. They've been there 1,000 years, 5,000 years. That is belong to them, belong to their fathers. Same like this
Yes,
belong to you
exactly.
as well. I'm not saying it does not belong to you. You are also part of the land. The only things we can do, we can come up with two-state solution. Live together in peace. If you like it or not. East Jerusalem, West Jerusalem. West Jerusalem, you stay. East Jerusalem, let them stay. Simple and basic. You stay one part, they can stay other part. If you don't want to meet each other, it's fine. It's your solution. It's your problem. But live in peace. The problem is Zionists
Mm,
are arrogant people. They are arrogant. They think they are the super nation. They think they are supernatural people. No such a thing. He's your brother.
mm,
You like it or not. He's your DNA. Do
yes.
DNA test. You will see you are the same DNA. If you like it or not, he's your brother. That's what you're doing. You kill your own brother just because he's believing in something else. Minutes all the
I
let me tell you something. Minutes the people of Gaza says no, they believe in Judaism. They were all being forgiven and forgotten. The same second, they were given their entire land just because they don't
Mm.
want to accept it. Come on, don't do that,
So
right?
what do you think? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like for me, the things that like they trying like the Jewish community always trying to distinguish themselves from the Arabs, which is
They
we
are
do
Arab, sir. They
understand
are Arab. They like it or not, they are Arab. They are. Their father is Arab. I'm
because
sorry. Who is their father? Is their father is Ibrahim? Who is Ibrahim?
yes,
Abraham. I'm sorry.
exactly.
I'm sorry.
Ma-
Arab father is Abraham. His father is Abraham. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, grandfather was Abraham.
yes,
Moses, do you understand? Oh, listen here. If you like it or not, it's coming from same place. You're going to accept it.
exactly.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thing here is like you know we tend to understand that kind of thing. Like it's been generational, almost like a 350,000 years. If you calculate the 350,000 years where they say like the Jewish people they came from Judea, and then the Roman empires after the Ottomans they kicked them out of Judea, and then they were expelled to European countries. So I think those like 150 generational things, it's kind of like telling them that they are not the same, and that's exactly why they should go back and claim their land because they are not the same. And then this is kind of a little bit of European mentality because we
Yes.
the people we don't
Mr.
really understand that kind of thing because if they were living in peace there, because some Hebrews, some of them, they've never left. I've watched a couple of rabbis where they say that the Jewish people, the real Jewish people of Palestine, because there were no Israel, they've never left. They were there, they were living in peace and harmony, like you said, until 1948, because I've been so much into this, and I saw like from the 14th of May, when the Balfour Declaration was declared, Israel, the state of Israel, that was like a 14 May 1948, and then the 15th of May 1948, it was a war. So, I mean, what can you explain us about that situation? Because we don't
Let
really
me,
understand
let
that
me tell
whole
you something.
situation. Yes,
When 1514, when Ottoman people took over Jerusalem, thank you, 1514.
yes, yes,
And if you look at last 400 years, what was Jerusalem under Ottoman Empire, you will never
yes,
hear, you will never hear massacre, you will never hear about genocide, you will never hear
exactly.
Jewish or Christian or Muslim had internal war. You never. They were
They
living
were all living in
exactly
peace.
in the
Yes.
same city with peace, with harmony. Bethlehem was a peace place. Jerusalem was peace place. There were synagogues. The
Mm,
rabbis. Listen, the same synagogue was in Istanbul also. You know,
yes.
the same church was in Istanbul also. If you go Istanbul, all Istanbul, you will see it. The church,
Mm,
synagogue, mosque, they are right next to each other. They've never been shut down. Thousand years. The problem is this this mentality of Zionism. It is not. It's how can I explain to you? It is not identifying real Judaism. It's not like
exactly.
the Zionist
Yes. Yes.
mentality and Judaism. It is totally different. The Zionist mentality came out from Europe. Those people who ran away from Ukraine, from Lithuania, from all those places, and they thinking they are better Jews than any Jews on the earth. Do you understand?
Mm,
So, and
yeah.
they using Judaism, the Judaism, and they are trying to massacre people, genocide in Palestine. That is land of Palestine. That's the land of children of Abraham. You know, that's land of
Yes.
Ishmael, Ishaq. They are land of their children.
Mm,
All we can do, we can say we pray. There is two-state solution. The only way
mm,
there is no peace in Middle East. I promise you, my whole heart, there will be no peace on the earth until we find a peace in the Middle East. Because as I mentioned to you before, whoever control Jerusalem, control the world.
so
Whoever in
wherever,
power Jerusalem will in power. So the right now is
so
the man of the power right now. They think they will control power through genocide. No, it's not going to work out. You might be in power today,
Mm.
tomorrow you'll wipe out too. Do you understand what
So
I'm saying?
yeah, you say whoever controls Jerusalem is controlling the world. Like,
Listen,
what is that thing is in Jerusalem? Because we don't know. We like we don't
listen,
know.
Jerusalem, as I told you, birth of three religions. Don't forget.
Yes, I
So
know that. Yes.
whoever in power, listen carefully. Like Ottoman Empire was in control of Jerusalem for 400 years, and they were superpower.
Yeah.
Do you remember? They were
400. Yes.
superpower.
Yes. Yes.
They were called a superpower of the era. So right
Mm.
now, America is not a superpower. In reality, right now, who is the superpower of the world right now? Is Israel. You know why they
Exactly.
call them? Yeah. America is a state of Israel right now. Don't ever forget. Germany is the state of Israel right now. France is the state of Israel right
UK and Japan
now.
also.
They are state right now, sir. I don't know if you saw
Mm.
a video I put it 2 days ago. People of Japan start singing
I
anthem of
saw
Israel. They
and
sing an
putting the
anthem.
flags of
Yes.
yes.
So now what does mean
Mm.
is this? How can you sing anthem of somebody which is has doesn't look like you at all, and you sing it with your whole heart in it because you
Mm.
obey the state, sir. So whoever, as
Mm.
I mentioned to you, whoever control Palestine or Israel is
Mm.
controlling the world. So right now they're trying to control the world through them. So maybe next era will be Muslim people. If the Muslim people go into control of, there will be Muslim empire. This is the world, my brother.
Mm.
The power is Jerusalem. So Jerusalem is the
Yes.
center of the world. So God created, sir. It is energy in that land. Okay,
Mm.
Jerusalem,
Mm.
Istanbul, and Mecca. The three cities in the world is very important city. Whoever
Mm.
controls these three cities, they are having a serious power on the earth. Right now, Mecca has been controlled by Saudis, Istanbul controlled by
Mm.
Turkish, and Jerusalem by
Mm.
controlled by Ukrainian Jewish people.
Mm.
So
Mm.
those people are right now is controlling the world. Not American. Forget
Mm.
about America. Not Britain. They are just puppets.
Mm-hmm.
So right now, war is between
Exactly.
the nation, as I mentioned to you.
Mm-hmm. I understand. So how is these all these things are going to unfold? Because we are
Only
tired
way
of
will be,
seeing
sir.
the
Only
things.
way we need to compromise. We need to compromise. They need to compromise, and from our side, we also need to compromise. So we need to
Mm.
respect their existence, and then to respect our existence. You know.
But so many people already been killed. How is this going to be like repairable?
Listen,
Like
brother, as I told you, the only solution is they must go back to 1967 borders. They must leave the
mm.
land behind. You know, the land which they've been occupying illegally. They must give back to the people of Palestine. Do you understand? And they
Okay.
must pay. They
Okay.
must pay the cost, the damages they done to those people of Palestine. They must pay the
Okay.
cost. They must go back where they are. You know, and there, the
Where?
world.
Like where are they gonna go back? They're gonna go
They
back
must go
where?
back to, as I told you, 1967 border. There is
Like
1967 border.
where?
If you go back to the map, you will see 1967 border. It is. They will stay the same land, but they will stay in
No,
their own border.
I see it in the map before 1948. There was no Israel. There were Palestine, where somebody Tubman of America when they decided to settle the Israeli into Palestine. But if like this is actually the biggest problem, you say like they should go. They should go away because I do
No, no,
believe
no.
all of them they belong
Well,
to
I'm
there.
telling you, like for example, they
Yes,
got place called Tel Aviv, am I right? Tel Aviv. They can go back to live in
yes,
Tel Aviv. Okay. So Tel Aviv become
yes,
the center of living. Okay. So Muslim
yes.
people in that land mustn't touch Tel Aviv. They must respect Tel Aviv. Okay. So the same thing they
Mm,
must respect. For example, Gaza, they must respect Jenin. They must respect, for example, Ramallah. They must respect it. So the only thing
yes,
is, we need to build proper,
yes,
not UN, not UN. UN is lost credibility.
yes,
We need to
yes,
build a proper guarantor nations. Maybe Turks
yes.
can be a guarantor nation. Maybe Turk can bring their soldiers in the land to protect Palestine.
Mm-hmm.
See, right now Palestine
Mm,
hasn't got any protection.
mm.
They
They've got no protection,
no
like from
protection whatsoever.
everybody. Like,
Yes.
yeah.
So that's why Israelis, like especially those illegal settlers, They're killing people as well. You see how much? I think about 300-400 people also killed by settlers right now, which nobody talking
Mm,
about it. Do
yes.
you understand now?
Okay.
So settlers,
Yeah, I do
those
understand.
settlers,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. So basically, we need to bring a Turks into land as a guarantor nation. You know, the same. No more
Mm-hmm.
United Nations. Must be somebody which is reputable. Right now, the only reputable country in between Muslim countries is the Turkish people. So we bring Turkish
Yes.
people there as guarantor people for Palestinian. They can Israeli can control their own people and go back to
Mm,
1967 borders. Listen carefully.
yes.
1967 borders can be created two-state solution. The Palestinian can be declared as independent state. Israel can stay as an
Mm-hmm.
independent state. You know, we respect them. They must respect us.
Y-
So we can build this peace
exactly.
from this. Otherwise, there will be no peace. This war will continue. The tears will be continue. Today
Mm,
they might try and wiping out Palestinian, but tomorrow the same things can be turned around now. Don't ever forget that. Things
mm.
can be turned
In
around.
1967, who had the occupation of the full occupation of Jerusalem?
They didn't have full occupation. They would have half of occupation Jerusalem. There was half of Jerusalem was Israel, half was Palestine. So we must
So
do the same thing.
that was like 50-50 or
Yes, yeah,
40
50-50,
60.
yes. No, that's exactly 50-50. Okay. So we must go back to 50-50 again. You see,
I mean, and that time it was peace, right?
it was peace. Listen, 1967, that's, you know what, was no problem. Yes, there were a
Mm.
couple of war happened, okay, but still was no problem as today. Today is a massacre, is a genocide today.
Eh, I don't get it, man. I'm praying, like we praying, we all praying for the people that lost their
So,
lives, like both
listen,
sides,
you must
Israel and
never forget,
Palestine.
let me tell you something. They're not only killing Muslim people right now, they're also killing Christian people also. And nobody talking about it. They
No,
wiping
I've
out,
seen that. I've seen that.
listen,
I've
they
seen that.
wiping
Yeah.
out Christianity that land too.
Mm.
They calling Christian people are idol worshippers.
Mm.
They
Mm.
openly
Mm.
say they will beheaded all these Christian people. They are openly saying. I have videos in my hand.
Mm.
So nobody talking about it. Christian people of the world is just keeping quiet. Keeping quiet
Mm.
for what? That's your brother. They already destroyed three
Mm.
churches. The three oldest churches they destroyed into pieces. They don't care.
Imagine
That's
they
your
don't care.
that's your heritage. Your heritage is
Mm.
gone.
Mm.
Nobody talking about it. This is not a Jewish and Muslim war. This is the war Jewish against Muslim and Christian. In reality, that's what
Mm.
they portray. But we don't
But
say Jewish people.
to do
We say
believe also,
Zionists.
it's not like all the Jewish people that they want this, because we've seen like the biggest Jewish community came out in America and Washington, and then there were over 3,000 protesters that they were marching against what Israel is doing right now. We've seen here in South Africa the Jewish community, they came out to support the Palestinians people. My problem is just like, I think the fight is more about Americans and Europeans against the other people, which is they go behind Israel, the intoxicating Netanyahu, I don't know, and they made him like fighting because they know what they are looking for. Apparently, they want the fights with Iran. Apparently, like the David Ben Gurion project, like the Suez Canal. There is so many things. Like
I
I
tell you
mean, like,
something.
and the
Listen,
people that they are behind those things, they are worse things.
yeah, no, this is not going to stay with only with Gaza right now. If they win over Gaza,
Mm,
tomorrow there will be
yes,
Lebanon, there will be Iraq, there will be Syria, there will be
yes,
there will be Saudi, there will be Egypt, as well as part of Turkey also, because they
yes.
are aiming to build King Damon, King David empire. That's all they're aiming
Kingdom.
at.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they want to build that. That is their dream. But that's craziness. That's madness.
Mm.
So because you want to build your
But
dream and you wanna wipe out all these people out of that land? Oh, come on.
yes.
So you think everybody
So
will keep quiet about it? No, it's not
yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah. So if
So
you trying to build that kingdom of King David, you're gonna have to wipe what is this? Lebanon, Jordan, Syria, and
almost
Egypt
600
as
million
well.
population. There is about 600 million population range wiped out,
Madness,
and they
madness,
are only
madness.
they are literally they are only 9 million population. So 9 million
Yeah,
want
yeah,
to
yeah.
wipe out 600 million, and they're talking about
Yes.
atomic bombs. They're talking about all these things. But
Mm.
listen, you know Hiroshima, right? Atomic
I know
bomb
Hiroshima.
not only affect Hiroshima, affect entire the region. I think these people are mad
Yeah.
people. Now imagine you put
I,
atomic bomb in Gaza. It's not going to affect Tel Aviv, will affect it. Come on.
I was I was actually surprised when I saw the video. Like the Japanese people, they are cheering for Israel, and I'm like, if we do remember Hiroshima and Nagasaki, where America put everything down in Nagasaki and Hiroshima, like, I mean, do Japanese, like, are they afraid, or like they don't want that thing to be repeated to them, or how? Because this
No,
is
they
like
lost.
they
Listen,
went out of
Japan,
their history
tell you something. Japanese people lost their integrity. They lost it.
big time. I do believe that big time. Because
Listen,
if everybody knows about
let me tell
Hiroshima
you
and
something.
Nagasaki, and then you can't
Yes,
support this.
yeah, not only Japanese people, German people also. They lost their
Mm,
integrity. German nation
yeah,
was
yeah,
also a
yeah,
very strong nation. They were a great nation before
yeah, yeah.
before Second World War. Okay, German people doesn't matter. They were a very good nation. German
I
lost their
think, I
integrity.
think sometimes I think like the German, they're trying to repay what they've done to the Jewish people. Like the 6 million people died in Holocaust, so that's why they support them by force or whatever. I don't know. You trying to tell me like what's the
No,
coincidence of
no, no,
like
no.
being behind all the
Listen,
killings of all these
no,
people?
no. I
Yeah.
tell you straight. About 5% Germany control entire Germany.
Mm,
95% German. 95%. They are not happy about what's happening in Palestine.
exactly.
Only
You're right.
5% is happy. Only 5%. The top five.
Mm, the top
Okay,
five,
my
yes.
battery is about to die now. Okay, so maybe I think we will have another
All right,
two,
man.
3 minutes.
Thank you so much for being on Amka podcast. We see your fight, we see your activism, and we love it so much. And once again, I appreciate for the content that you explaining to people, and keep being you, man. We love you so much. Thank you so much.
God bless you, brother. Look after yourself. I thank you for the opportunity. May God bless you.
Thank you, thank you. All
I
right,
thank you.
thank
Bye.
yeah. That was Mehmet. He's a I don't want to call him a freedom fighter, but he's one of the most activism person in the Western Cape. He was just trying to clarifying what's happening in Gaza, in Palestine, and what the misunderstanding, because people, we have so much misunderstanding about what's happening right now because of the media. They are trying to bully us. They are trying to telling us who's terrorist and who's defendant and who's not the oppressor. You know, those kind of thing. Once again, if you're gonna comment on this video, please be careful of your words. Do not judge people. Do not showing hatred on this content, because we are already losing so many people, and we don't want to lose people. Like almost 5,000 children already dead, like 73% of women. And I mean, I mean, like, the world is such a mess. Like right now, man, the world is such a mess. Like, so I don't really understand. I was talking about my friend to my friends like a week ago, telling my friend that Hamas, they are not terrorists. I mean, and this was really like a biggest topic, because people were saying, if Hamas, they are not terrorists, who are they? So I'm just happy because Mehmet explained it. It's like, if your sisters and mother, they were raped for 76 years, what would you do? I mean, that's exactly the question. You don't answer that question, but ask yourself that question. Because it's very different when you answer the question and when you ask yourself that question. If your sisters, they were raped for 76 years in a row, or they were stopped for nothing, what would you do? Would you decide that thing to continue? Would you decide that thing to end? Would you decide to put the end on that thing? You know, that's exactly why Hamas stood up as the resistant movement, Islamic resistant movement, against all the crap that they were doing. Like, the other people across the board that they were doing. And look at this. So I watched Elon Musk before yesterday was saying that the more you're killing Palestinians, the more you are making more Hamas. And I do believe even within 10 generation, this thing will still exist. We don't know who's gonna come up on top of the game, but whoever's going to be stronger by the 10th generation and whatever 100 generation, I mean, they'll come on top of the game. So this is it for today. If you have any knowledge, drop the comment below there. If you've watched this from anywhere around the world, please do not hesitate to subscribe. Hit the button, subscribe, and activate the bell notification. I mean, we pray for both sides, Israel and Palestine. We want the ceasefire. Nature now, since 1995. I mean, it's been so devastated for the city of Gaza and West Bank. We don't want that. The world doesn't want that. We want the ceasefire. Like, we want everybody to live in peace. We don't want the Hamas to cause trouble anymore. And that's it for today. I'm Kans. I will see you next time. And yeah, cheerio. Peace.